Okay, back with part 3, Bamboo Creek. This one's kind of cool. I cannot remember what the boss is on this one, but like I said, this is. Oh man, this is. Oh no, that's my second death. Dang. I feel like you meant to do that. But anyway, you'll see what he does. He follows you around and collects your time shards until he gets whatever he wants. Oh, I did. Oh, there we go. I thought I was gonna do the same one. So this particular song is one of my favorites in the game. This kind of reminds me of Mega Man. This song. By the way, best video game soundtrack of all time. Probably, at least we talk NES. Best NES soundtrack of all time, I would say, probably Mega Man 2. That's my favorite Mega Man as well. Oh, new mechanism. But anyway, I thought, I had thought that the Necromancer boss was hilarious. The first time that not this past time, but the first time that I played this, thought it was hilarious. What can we upgrade? Nothing yet. What do we need? 200. 200, Bob. All right. Chat. Current area. Huh. These places are close to a day off you get on this adventure. I'll try. This is more about your mindset than the world. About time shards. Touch the unidentified magic object first, ask questions later kind of guy. Alright, we've been doing that. It's complicated, but I'm curious. And I'm busy. We're good. Let's go. Back to the adventure. By the way, I'm having such a good time replaying this. You know, I kind of did like a little replay character on the PlayStation. And it just wasn't the same because I wasn't playing it for any purpose other than to just... I practiced up a little bit. Probably about a month ago because that's when I actually meant to play this again. And record it was a month ago, but... Oh, I thought there was a secret. Sometimes you go down in their secrets. I thought... Anyway, you'll see. Oh, all the way back here. Okay. Oh, no, that's not far. So I meant to play it like a month ago. So I had played it, probably the first 3-4 stages, just getting the hang of it a month ago, and I still even forgot what some of the boss patterns were. But you know, you only play through it once. All right, Quarble, get out of here. Haven't you had enough? Take a hike. Isn't that such an old school thing to tell somebody? Take a hike. Like, take a hike, mister. Nobody says that anymore. Oh, look at these things. These dragon heads. They are reminiscent of Medusa heads on... No, God bless America. This way. Castlevania, Medusa heads. Okay? Same pattern. Equally a pain in the rear end. Look at those things. Yeah, Medusa heads are no joke. Oh, look at this. Like, is this like a mini boss? Oh. Okay. Try to hit him with the old shuriken. Oh boy. Where'd he go? That's crazy. This must be the secret area. Oh, that helps tremendously. Need those. I can't get up there yet. I think that's a later in the game thing. Unless I can come up here. No. Not a chance. Good thing there's no fall damage. But, you know, he's a ninja. Always lands on his feet. You know what those remind me of? Are they coming back? Yeah, here it is. That reminds me of the cactuses in Mario 2, which is something I need to play on this. Probably, I don't know if it's my first or second favorite. Aesthetically, it's my first favorite. It's my favorite Mario. Because, you know what? Because it's not Mario. It's, you know, it's Doki Doki Panic. But, I mean, it's just so different. Like, I kind of look at it in the same regard as Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. And for the longest time, like, until I beat it on this channel, like, I hadn't beaten it. And, like, now that I had and I actually played through the whole thing, like, I think that thing's a masterpiece. I think it's a great game. Just, it was not what people wanted. But what it did was, and I guarantee they used it as an influence for combat in the 3D Zeldas, especially Ocarina of Time, the first 3D Zelda. I'm willing to bet. Which is why they paid so much homage to it, to that game with the 3D Zeldas. Because they named the towns, or the stages after all the towns. Oh. That's a cool mechanic, too. They just... Man, I'll tell you what, I'd love to meet these guys that played this game. Like, sit down, have a couple of sodas, and just talk about games, because, you know, that's the thing I love about indie developers. Like, they're making stuff out of inspiration and, like, in order to pay homage to something. In order to, like, okay, well, they don't like how games are being made now, or maybe they have an idea where they can combine a few gameplay styles and, like, really kind of just make their own thing. And, like, hey, I always say, like, if somebody's not doing something or making something the way that you like it, make it yourself. And that's what indie game devs do. Like, I think it's great. The launch of the indie, not launch, but the launch and popularity of new indie games has been like a video game renaissance for me. Like, it's about time, because you just get people like me. Obviously, I had no computer design or video game design skills. My skills are playing, not making. But that's okay. But, like, you have people who have all this talent and they're making these games. Like, and they're people just like me, grew up who were born in the 70s or 80s and grew up in the 90s, early 2000s, and late 80s. Played these games, or maybe even, you know, we're in the age, the golden age of arcade, like early to late 80s, even the 90s. I mean, they're people just like me. And, you know, I have met a lot of, well, not met, but came across a lot of really cool, like, Instagram pages where people are collecting retro stuff. They show their collections, and it's just, for me, that's nothing but that is nothing but hope Future video game design. Oh, this is going to be tough. Okay. Future video games and video game design. I mean, the more people making games, the better. Right? That's like Econ 101. When there's competition in the market, the consumer wins. Every time. Like, think about the 90s when, like, okay, you had, if you were like a video game fan, you had like, what, TurboGrafx, Nintendo, Sega, and you had like all these smearing campaigns and stuff, but like, they did everything they could to make the best product. And that's when you really had some good games. And then obviously, you know, Sony came into the market with the PlayStation. But, I mean, the mid to late 80s into... Wait, what is that over there? Did that one already. Wait a second. Now I gotta go back through it. That stinks. Oh my god. I do remember dying here a few times before. But anyway, the mid to late 80s and the 90s were like the video game like heyday. Because, you know, you had arcades, but then you had all the companies competing against each other, which made them put a better product on the market. Right? And then, like, I remember being a kid, like, if you were a pro wrestling fan, you had multiple outlets and programs to watch. So, like, you got to choose. Which, I think now, I mean, I really don't watch it. Sort of more, but, you know, from what I understand, there's more, there's more things to watch with that. And with video games, you know, you have Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. So you still have, like, a bunch of things that can compete in the market. But, I mean, not quite to the point where it's like, it was like you had Nintendo or Sega, you know? And a lot of them were console exclusive games. And if it wasn't a console exclusive game, it would be made differently for the different consoles. Like, okay, for instance, and this is a very famous example, Aladdin, Disney's Aladdin, for Super Nintendo was different than Sega. It was more skill-based platforming, and Sega was a little bit more hack and slash. Aha, here is the example of how you can, right? So you kind of hear it under the water. That was a good hint. That was a nice subtle hint. But anyway, yeah, I mean, a lot of the games were different. And then, you know, you had your console, your company, like, exclusive games. Like, for example, Mario was, as we know, Nintendo, and Sonic was Sega. There we go. All right. What's this one? Drop a key charge. Chainmail. Let's go chainmail. Wait, did I get it? I did not. There we go. All right. Did I miss something up there? Is there no boss for this? I think there's no boss. Huh. There's no boss. Howling Grotto. Okay. Well, quick episode. So that was part 3. Yeah, I guess he wasn't kidding when he said that was a little break for a little while. So next week, part 4. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Go check their website out. Go check the Messenger website. Go check out Sea of Stars. Right? Go pre-order it. Or whatever you can do. I'm not sure if you can pre-order. If you can, I'm going to. But anyway, next week, Howling Grotto Part 4. Loving this playthrough. All right. Catch you next week.
Make sure you follow us on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, Gmail. Don't forget to like and subscribe.